You're now watching Compton Rocc TV. Let's get to the content.
All players know is one person you can't lie to. You might fool everybody in the streets, but the one person you can't fool is the one you land with in the sheets. And I'm talking about your woman, man. Yeah, your woman know everything, man. Your woman know when you're faking out here. She know you broke. She know when you got it bad. So when y'all break up, guess what? Guess who's going to expose the truth? Expose the real. It's the woman that you lay down with. Now, we're not talking about the side pieces. Forget them. We talking about your main squeeze. Yeah, she know everything, man. So guess what? We're going to get to this content by Gigi, man. Gigi and Luce Cannon. If you think you seen an argument, a battle between them two on YouTube, oh, y'all ain't seen nothing. She got Instagram popping right now. I'm talking about this dude right here. He going to be a star somehow, some way. But this time, he in front of the wrong lights, camera, action, because she got that action. She telling everything, man. Gigi on here with some recorded phone calls from Luce Cannon as he's incarcerated right now. We all seen the content that Chereese Mills put out there and said, I'm done with Luce Cannon. That's my child's father, but I'm done. And by the way, she looks nice. She look like she lost some of that weight, or she got a good app over there that got her looking real slim and trim. But Gigi, she ain't playing with neither one of them, especially Luce Cannon. She done poured the him on him. What are you talking about, Rocc? She done recorded all his phone conversations as he down there in the federal building, and y'all not gonna believe what he said. Well, I'm pretty sure y'all believe some of the things that he said on the phone, but this right here, I don't think he'll ever get Chereese Mills back. You played with the wrong one. She about to break it down. But before we get to that, man, y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get to the content. Let's go. All right, let's check out Gigi IG page. She didn't put up a whole lot. Let's see what she got going on. Let's get to it.
You're saying this is his man's child. Get a freaking test and be done with it. You still ain't filed for child support. How you coming after him for some child and you ain't filed no child support? You ain't taking a paternity test. I'm gonna how the baby look. Listen, she's beautiful. I'll be stepmama. I love children. Okay, best believe I will take care of that baby girl. But don't come for nobody if you have proved not a goddamn thing.
Our last court hearing was right before you went to jail, right before you got arrested. Was in January because I terminated your parental rights after you're claiming you didn't get any of the emails for the past.
I didn't.
Right, you're saying you didn't, but Charisse got the termination of parental rights. She was served.
Okay, I don't know.
So she didn't tell you that she was served to terminate your parental rights?
No, I didn't know nothing like that. So,
okay.
Let's get past.
No. Well, see, don't say let's just get past. Let's get past, because I'm asking you. She got served the papers when you were there with her at the house, and you're saying she told you nothing about it.
I was never there at the house.
Well, you were, because I had somebody there watching to make sure you were there. Alex Alonzo, correct? Alex Alonzo saw you. You were there. You were at home with her. She answered the door. You didn't want to come to the door.
Federal prison. Why would you have Alex Alonzo go to that house?
You're saying this is his man's.
So my ex has been trying to break me for the past couple of years, financially, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Last month, he asked if we could talk so he could apologize for the damage that he has caused, claiming he wants a relationship with his daughter and he wants me to forgive him for all the damage that he has done. When dealing with a narcissist, you have to take everything they say with a grain of salt and always record the conversation. I never kept Luce from having a relationship with his daughter, so I was willing to hear him out.
In the past, I want to move forward.
Okay. But we can't even possibly move past you if you're going to lie or anything like that. That's what I'm saying. So how can we?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I just want to make sure that we get everything straight. No beating around the bush.
Okay.
So I'll let you go first.
Okay. So I mean, first things first is, well, I already pretty much asked you why you and Charisse went and made up lies about legacy. That was number one. That had nothing to do with China, had nothing to do with anything else. That was when you got with Charisse in Vegas. We were still together. We were fighting because of the whole Black China thing. You were trying to make up then and trying to make up for the whole Black China thing, trying to get your family back together at that point. So you meet Charisse, and then I'm staying at Chanel's house in Rancho Cucamonga. So I'm trying to figure out how did you think that was going to play out? When you were at Charisse's house in Vegas, you were texting me, calling me, emailing me and stuff, talking about go home, go home, go home.
I don't know. I don't want to sit and break my brain on something that I don't remember, honestly.
So you don't remember that we were together when you got with Charisse? And we lived together?
Yeah, we was.
Huh?
I know we lived together, but I don't know if we was together. So I'm not going to sit there and say because.
Well, to me, let me take that back. I apologize, but we're married, correct? You knew I was your wife, and we just had a baby, correct?
Of course.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm because you're making it seem like, oh, I didn't know. I can't remember if we were to get like Legacy was like 5 months old.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Gigi,
No. I just want to make sure. I'm just making sure we're on the same page. Okay, so you said you don't know why.
Yeah.
Okay, understandable.
I don't know why.
You don't know why. Okay, so understandable.
Okay, answer this.
Yes.
And I want you to be honest.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, do you love me?
Do a what?
Do you love me?
So my ex has been trying to break me for the past couple of years, financially, emotionally.
On to the next one.
I have love for you. Yes.
Okay, do you love me?
I just told you I have love for you. Am I in love with you? No.
Okay, but you love me, right?
Of course I have love for you. You're the father of my child.
Okay, but no. Answer no. I have love, but do you love me?
No, like not as in like a relationship or husband or anything like that. No.
I know everyone's wondering, how could you even have love for somebody who's done that to you and your child? And I have to be honest, I had no choice. It was looking at this little girl right here, and hating him would be hating her because she's half of him. But it wasn't always that way. To tell you the truth, when it all happened, I hated him so much I couldn't even bond with my baby. I was dealing with postpartum and all this rage and hate for him after everything happened. It was killing me. I was in the darkest place I had ever been in my life, and I had nobody to blame but myself. Because I was already living in hell. So let's rewind to the day I found out I was married to the devil.
This is the day he met his mistress. Pay attention to the date.
And yes, you're reading it right. She moved into my house 19 days after she met him. And let's be clear, she had no loyalty to me. When I found out, this was his typical narcissistic response. I never went back home after this.
Why, you ask? Because I was afraid of what I would do to him or her. I had a baby to think about. I wasn't trying to go to jail for life. Once he was served the divorce papers, he really tried to take me out, and she helped. Once it got physical, I knew it was time to leave. Now he had someone to help destroy me, a woman he knew all of 15 days. So I leave the state, and then I get this. Remember when I said I was living in hell before he met Chereese Mills? Yeah, well, here's an example of what I meant by that.
Literally, what's wrong with you?
You're not gonna tell her that you're married?
You are dumb.
No, so now you're not married to Tremaine Williams? Huh?
What?
Once I moved out of state, this is when things got worse. They joined forces and now wasn't trying to just destroy me privately. They went public.
I don't even know like that. Just crazy.
Question you asked, right, about the marriage. If we have a legal case going on against this crazy. She has filed 2 separate marriage licenses with a fraudulent signature. Yes. I'm gonna tell you, the first marriage certificate, it's not an actual wet marriage, because when during COVID, right, you go and you sign up and get a marriage certificate, but then you have to go and actually get ordained by the judge. It was closed, so they never did it, right? Let me tell you why. He did it to get his ex jealous or mad or something. Listen, it's all petty. This bitch went and got married with some other person with a fraudulent signature, and we have actually a lawyer about.
I'm trying to figure out how did you think that was going to play out?
I don't know. I don't want to sit and break my brain on something that I don't remember, honestly.
So you don't remember that we were together when you got with Charisse? And we lived together?
Then we was.
Huh?
Oh, no, I know we lived together.
Okay, let me take that back. I apologize, but we're married, correct? You knew I was your wife, and we just had a baby, correct?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Before I left the state, found out Luce and Chereese went down to the police department and filed a plea.
This is good, man.
And that's how Black China got dragged into this whole mess. And all they did was use that to gain more public attention and to smut my name even more.
I'm on street, so I don't do street code. I'll get on the end too. I will call that. I got a restraining order on his ex, and it protected him. He never was in the courthouse, mind you. I just put his name on the paperwork to protect him too, because rounded up with China and broke in our house. So of course,
does
I'm
the restraining order say that?
That ain't got nothing to do with this. You knew he was a married man who just had a baby. We lived together in the house that your daughter came to. She didn't take him. I gave him, because when I called you on the phone and your daughter, I said she can have him. I said just make sure he signs these divorce papers. You went to the house. You saw the baby crib and all those clothes and all those wig heads in the house that you were in. You knew he didn't live there by himself. I sent you the lease agreement with my name on it with his as a rental. So don't sit up here and try to play innocent victim now because your daughter's being exposed. It's okay. She can be with the married man because I gave him to her when I called and told you that and your daughter that. There is no nothing. But what you and your daughter aren't going to do is going to disrespect my kid. Just like you ride for yours, I ride for mine too.
I want to be honest. At this point, I was breaking. I was in a very dark place because no matter how much I spoke up and told the truth, they now had the internet and the public to join in on the torture.
I just want to be someone my daughter can be proud of, or any woman that's going through it, you know. The next woman to know it's always a way out. And even though the internet is undefeated and some woman can hear my story and know that, just pray.
So they finally have a fake wedding. They have a baby. They caused so much damage with their manipulation and lies, not just against me, but against other people too. At this point, it had been years of trying to break me. But then karma hit.
I just got my husband, you guys. I love you, baby.
No, you don't.
I think this stopped them. Charisse just picked up where they left off.
He was single at the time. He previously was dating Black China, as a lot of y'all know. What's going on? That he's still married by some this, that. I can give a shit. I am leaving Luce Cannon. Let's just get that clear, since y'all really want to know. And it's not because he's in jail. It's not because he may be facing some time. It's because he continues to lie, and I cannot tolerate it anymore. And not just lie to y'all, lie to me. Okay? You can lie to anybody else.
To monitoring at any time.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Your brother said you wanted to talk to me, so what do you want to talk about?
I'm just trying to check up on you and see how you doing.
I'm doing good.
And that's how Black China got dragged into this whole.
Okay, so, but let's get to the real. Like, you said you want to talk about, your daughter.
I know.
Okay, so what do you want to talk about?
Okay. We just talk. Really, not, I don't want to be doing no internet.
Which is why he said you want to talk to me privately, which I'm fine with. So what do you want to talk about? He said you want to talk about legacy, so what about it?
Everything. What you mean?
Okay, so stop. I'm listening. I told him I was going to have an open mind, so I'm listening.
I apologize. I don't want to argue. I don't want to have a debate. I don't want to talk about the past. I just want to further in the future.
What I want to understand, though, is how do you think we can move forward when you have publicly denied your own child that we paid for? Like, how do you think we can move forward from that?
Okay, we go always move forward.
But that's my question, Tremaine. And that's what I told Jermaine. Like, I wanted to talk to you personally to see if you really were remorseful for the damage you caused to your daughter. That's what only thing I was really, you know?
There's no us to talk about the negative or going backwards.
Do you understand the damage that you caused to your only daughter?
I doubt that.
So you don't think that one day, Tremaine, she's going to end up finding out?
One day, because it's...
How? The internet is forever, Tremaine.
Okay, once you build the internet, look at all the stuff everybody put on the internet. I'm the biggest on the internet.
Sinead, how are you going to explain that her own father, who's supposed to love and protect her, how are you going to explain that to her?
Gigi, are we going to argue about this?
No, I'm not arguing, Tremaine. I just want to make sure that I understand that going forward, like, I've never denied you a relationship with your daughter, correct?
This call is from a federal prison.
Have I ever denied you a relationship with Legacy?
Yes.
How? I took her when?
You go to Texas?
So you're punishing me because I moved to Texas, so you're punishing her because of that?
No, that's not it. To me. You know what I'm saying?
Tremaine, you were the one who started the internet stuff, so that's the thing.
I never started internet stuff.
Tremaine, this is what I was telling Jermaine. I want you to have a relationship with your daughter. I've never denied that from you. We planned to have her. We went through IVF. You know what I went through to bring her into this world for you, for my husband. So don't sit up here and say that's not the intention. I want you to be a father in her life, but you have to be real with yourself. You sold her out for internet fame. You did. You denied her publicly, all for whatever your reason was. Doesn't matter the reason, but the point is you denied your own child, Tremaine.
Stop making up stuff. Stop making up stuff, Gigi. That's never.
So you never. Okay, but let's get to the real. Like you said, you never denied Legacy was your daughter.
No, I just don't put the internet stuff. I just don't ask questions. You talking about all this stuff and the doctors and the payments and just weird.
So Tremaine, we didn't go through IVF.
Okay.
What do you mean? See, this is what I'm talking about. This how I know you're not. It's not genuine. It's not changing because here you are.
Listening because you talking like this is like you're doing an interview. I want to talk to you that love and care for. And
Jermaine, you're literally calling me from a jail phone. How the you do an interview? Like I don't listen. You publicly bashed our daughter.
Oh my!
I have every right as a mother to defend. I don't want my daughter to ever grow up and she, God forbid, she get into it with some school or something, and they be like, "Oh, your daddy." And I don't want her to ever think her mother did not come to her defense.
Know that the people did internet stuff and cloud chase and stuff because they.
Jermaine, that was you and Charisse. You guys were all over the internet. Why are you? See, I told Jermaine this was bullshit. Like I knew it.
It's not no BS.
Yeah, I knew it. You was never gonna be honest. I knew you weren't gonna change. You weren't gonna own up to it. You don't give about Legacy, bro. You don't care about her. Jermaine, you don't care about her. You don't give a about Legacy.
Okay, listen.
This call is from a federal prison.
All right, so you still didn't answer none of the questions that I asked you. You never answered.
No, because I just literally they just let us out, and I literally just got. So I'm gonna answer all of them right now. You got all my messages, right?
I don't know because I don't know how many messages you sent because you sent it came like two different ways. One the first time it came from some like 4-digit number or something like that. Then the second time it came from an actual like phone number. How come you don't have money on your? How come you don't have money on the phone?
Because I mean, you need to call like the lawyer and stuff like that.
Okay, so why isn't your wife keeping money on your phone?
Oh, I answer all that, but it's done.
Okay, so even if it's done though, she still has stuff of yours. Why you don't sell it and put money on your books?
Wash my hands.
Okay, but you can't wash your hands for money purposes, so you just gonna not have. I'm sure you have clothes, stuff she could sell to put money on your books.
I'll buy it.
Other things.
Okay, so that's my point. So even if you're doing with her, why wouldn't you have her sell that stuff so that way you could have money in your books? That's my question.
It's just a point that
I'll buy the gym.
I don't want.
Okay, let's get off of that. Second thing I want to address. Yes, I am leaving Luce Cannon. Let's get that clear. Since y'all really want to know. And it's not because he's in jail. It's not because he may be facing some time. It's because he continues to lie.
All right, we're going to stop right there, man. Let's get up out of here, man. Let's close this on out. We're going to stop right here, man. This is interesting, man. Gigi might have she might have one of those TV shows, man. Zeus Network might need to tap in with Gigi. She got some stories, and if they could put this together, this would be interesting. I believe this is the real reason Chereese Mills left Luce Cannon. He been talking to Gigi while he was in jail. Gigi recorded them phone calls, and more than likely they ended up in Chereese Mills' possession. And that's probably the reason why she left him. You know what? You didn't have me beefing with this woman, going at it with this woman. We supposed to be a sisterhood. I didn't went against the girl rules, the women rules, riding with you. And here it is behind my back. You over there trying to make up with this woman. You calling over there with the money that I'm putting on the phone. That's why I wasn't no money on the phone, because he was calling Gigi. And Chereese Mills found all this out. Well, man, you done lost a good thing, man. It seemed like you had some solid women on your team, man. The both of them, you know, they gonna get into their little cat fights. That's what women do, man. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, you might have messed up the best thing that you had going. You had some down women that was down with you. Whatever issues that they have, they'll patch that up, because it ain't really about them. It's about you.
Shout out my boy DockTV in the building. I need y'all to go sub up, man. I want y'all to support the good content creators. I want y'all to support the content creators that don't be on no bunk, just out here trying to do it up. You know what I'm saying? DockTV's a good dude, bro. He be over there running his content, giving good commentary, family man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta trust people who got shit to lose, right? Trust people who got shit to lose, man, because they're not just gonna do anything with their platform. You understand me? Y'all go sub up to my man DockTV expeditiously.